Hi, this is Michelle, Scrappin with my bug. Last month I made a treat for the teacher, and a lot of you have asked me how I did it, so I was just going to make a video and show you. This is a book that's cut from the Silhouette store, and I added some Jaded Blossom stamps, and then tied a ribbon around it, and then this ties. But what I made were pencils, and I had a lot of people asking me how I did these to make a video and things like that. So I wanted to go ahead and do that. So if you see, it's got the eraser in the end of it, and then this is aluminum foil. This is a Jaded Blossom stamp, and then this looks like the tip. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take a yellow piece of cardstock. I have it like a darker yellow because that's the color of pencils. And you're going to cut it 3 1/4 and 4 1/4. Now there may be different measurements and stuff out there, but I measured it and this is my measurements. So 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And just a yellow piece of cardstock. Then you're going to take some pinking shears. You're going to use expensive ones, cheap ones, it doesn't matter. And you're just going to barely cut the very end of it at the 3 1/4 end. So you're just going to barely cut just a little tiny bit off. And you're going to be left with one that's cut. So then I took my scoreboard. You're going to go ahead and take your scoreboard and score it at every 1/4 of an inch. I think it looks better this way, and it looks more like the lines of a pencil. So I already did some of them, but I went ahead and finished it. And the side that's raised, that's the side we're going to use on the outside for the pencil. Next I took a Jaded Blossom stamp from the Teacher Appreciation set, and I went ahead and stamped it, and they line up perfectly with the lines that you just scored, so it looks like it was printed on there, which is pretty neat. Then I went ahead and took the mustard Stampin' Ink pad, or Stampin' Up! Ink pad, sorry, and I went ahead and chalked the ends of it to make it look old and aged. And after I wrap it around, I'm going to age some of these lines too, so it looks more realistic. So besides your piece of paper that you just prepped, you're also going to need a pink piece of paper. This is going to be for the eraser, and I went ahead and chalked the end of this one in Riding Hood red. And this piece is going to be 3 1/4, just the same as this, by 3/4 of an inch. Then you're also going to need a circle for the bottom of it, just to make it look finished. And I had to cut this out on the Cricut because it's smaller than an inch but bigger than 3/4. So I set my Cricut on 0.85 and cut out the circle, and it fits perfectly. Then you're also going to need a piece of aluminum foil, just kitchen foil will do, and you're going to use the shiny side so it looks pretty. You're also going to need a roll of Rolos. That's what's going to make the pencil. And then you're also going to need one Hershey's Hug, and that makes the tip of the pencil. Now I must say I'm a huge fan of this terrifically tacky tape, but when I made these pencils it did not hold, so you're going to have to use your hot glue gun if you want it to hold. So the first thing I did was I just put regular tape on here since I'm going to hot glue the ends together. And you're going to go ahead and put your Rolo in the middle of it, but you're going to leave the lip, have it like that, so it's going to cover a little bit of the hug. What I did was I just took the hug, put a glue dot on it, so I have a glue dot on it, and then I'm going to place it right on the top of that. So when I roll it around, it's going to come over the top of the hug and it'll look a lot nicer. So let's go ahead and finish off the bottom of that. Okay, so you have this part done. You're going to go ahead and take the pink strip with that at the inked edge, and you're going to go ahead and you want the seams to go together, so you're going to go ahead and place this in the center, and then just go ahead and wrap it around. Just like that. Then you're going to set that aside, and we're going to create this tinfoil part, and you see there's no edges and stuff on it. I want to show you a little trick that I did. I went ahead and cut the strip, and then what I did, let me do it so you can see, I just folded it in. So there was a nice smooth end to it, and then I just turned it over and folded the other side in. And of course we're not going to use the whole strip, I just made it longer just to make it look nicer. And then there you go, you've got a nice clean edged strip just by folding the two pieces together. Okay, so I went ahead and put adhesive on that. I just used my ATG gun for that, so it's sticky. And again, you start on the front because you want that to be the nicest spot. And what I did was I just centered it on there and then push it around. Go ahead, and that's why I always make it bigger, just to make sure that it fits. Go ahead and trim off the excess, and that way you have all your seams on the back. And then you want to finish it off by just taking your circle, adding another glue dot, and just putting it right there on the end. And there you go, you have your pencil. And you can cuten it up by putting it in the box. Putting it in a box like I did. These are for the teacher. The reason I put these other ones with different sayings, and I'm also going to use the You Rule one, is because these will go to like the bus driver and the janitor and the secretary and people like that. Now that I have all the pencils done how I want them, I wanted to go ahead and show you another way that I packaged it. I just took a clear bag, stuck some confetti down in there. This pretty much speaks for itself, the saying on it, and tied some tulle around it, made a cute little tag from the Jaded Blossom Teacher Appreciation Set. And then on the back, I'm letting my daughter write who it's to and who it's from. So thank you for stopping by, and if you have any questions, feel free to email me.